What happens when you get into debt?
I'll do what I want. I will punch you clean through that window.
And you can't.
You think you can tear my family apart?
Or won't pay it back.
I can't pay you. I can't pay you.
We meet the High Court enforcement agents who are pushed to their limits.
Get out of here, or somebody's gonna get hurt.
Dealing with desperate debtors.
You're kicking me out of my dad's house.
In dramatic situations.
Don't be stupid, man! Just be stupid, man!
We meet the people who are losing their homes.
Oh my God, I don't know, Isaac.
No, that's
No,
not.
yeah.
Just relax.
And their possessions.
That's fine, because I just list everything and we'll take it.
Because whatever happens, if you can't pay...
Get your hands off me!
They'll take it away. Recent research shows that young people between the ages of 18 and 25 are facing 10 years of debt, with student loans and mortgages being the major factor. Almost 50% say that they lose sleep over the state of their personal finances, with many too scared to check their bank balance. Delroy Anglin and his son Dale are High Court enforcement agents. They travel hundreds of miles each week, recovering debts and seizing goods. Today they're in Lee, southeast London, with a writ for over £3,500 owed to a van rental company.
All right, Dale, what have we got?
Got a Mr. Mohammed Bilal Tarafta. He owes the money to Ace Rent-A-Van Limited. We're coming for the amount of £3,507.89.
That's a lot of money for renting a van.
Probably damage on the van.
If Mr. Tarafta can't or won't pay today, the agents have the power to seize goods to the value of the debt. But this case will be one of the toughest Delroy and Dale have ever faced.
Morning. My name's Dale Anglin. I'm a High Court enforcement agent. I'm looking for Mr. Mohammed Bilal Tarafta.
About what?
Pardon? I have to speak to him. Is that you, yeah? It's regarding monies owed to Ace Rent-A-Van Limited.
Ace?
Yeah.
I've never heard of Ace.
You never heard of Ace Rent-A-Van?
Yeah, I've heard of them, but I only hired a van for one day.
Right. They've taken you to court and issued a court order against yourself, and you owe them the amount of £3,507.89.
For what?
I don't know what it's for.
Is there have to call you back? Yeah. What, Ace is charging me £3,000 for hiring a van for one day?
I don't know the details of it. Obviously, I only have the bill.
I ain't got notified about that.
All the letters have been
They've
sent
got the
here.
van, so why am I supposed to pay for £3,000?
Is it for damage or something like that?
There is no damage on the van. I don't know why you got to come in here without all these... I don't understand this, man.
When dealing with debtors, in most cases, they turn around and say, don't know nothing about it, mate. Don't know about this debt. What you on about? And so it goes on. I wouldn't be there unless the debt was owed, and they wouldn't be named in a High Court writ if they weren't responsible for that debt.
Bilal claims that the van was safely returned to the rental company and that the debt is nothing to do with him. But the High Court writ says otherwise.
We got a High Court writ to obviously come here to get the money off you. That's why we're here. We've been sent here
But I
to get
haven't got the money for that.
All right,
I'm not going to pay for that unless I go to court.
No worries.
That's the only problem.
You can go back to court and fight it, but obviously that's not going to stop action here today.
With Bilal saying he won't pay, the agent's only option is to start looking for assets.
Whose are the vehicles in the drive?
Oh, that's my dad's in that.
Are you going to get the logbooks and insurance from them?
No, I ain't going to do that. That's because it's not their thing.
Who lives at the house with you?
My dad in that.
Is your dad here?
I'm not going to get my family involved for that. It's not even my mistake.
If Bilal can't prove the cars on the driveway belong to his father, they could be seized to offset the debt.
No, we want to make sure, right, that none of these vehicles belong to you.
We'll have to seize the vehicles until you show us. That's how real... No, listen to me. I don't want to do that. That's what I'm saying. If you can just show us... Hear me, listen to me. That's what I'm saying. If you can show us the paperwork, then we haven't got to go down that long route.
The writ commands that the agents look for any assets Bilal might own, which means they need to get inside the house.
Let one of us in.
No.
But then, Bilal's father appears in the hallway.
You all right, sir?
Oh, no, I don't want some Ace fan. I've had a van for 1 day and he's charging me £3.5 grand.
What I'd like to do, with your permission, sir, is to come in.
No, you can't come in my house.
Well,
You can't come in my house.
I understand that, sir, but we want to be able to report back on your...
You can report whatever you like.
Okay.
You can't come in my house.
All right then, sir. Fine, okay.
Who owns the vehicles on the drive? No worries, have you got the logbooks and the insurance for them?
Why didn't you get the number plate and find out?
Well, no, we just...
That's your duty.
It's not my duty.
We just want
The
to...
car, if you want to. Anybody can come in my house. Okay?
We asked, sir, we asked. Either you talk to him, try and explain, then we're obviously going to have to... We're going to have to dig about and make inquiries on the vehicles. If he wants us to take the vehicles...
No, don't do that, then he's going to put on my head.
A debtor may be anxious to not inform their family of their debt because it's embarrassing. For example, dad or mum may have previously bailed them out of a situation, and here we are again, confronted with enforcement agents in your house over a debt that you haven't taken care of.
Minutes later, Bilal's father comes back with his insurance documents.
That's fine, that's the... Oh, 1 second.
Take him and go.
He's a named driver on the Yaris, though, isn't he?
He's a driver only, but does he own the car?
No, I'll give you that. He's only a named driver.
Okay, go on. Can you go, please?
Please don't push me, sir.
No, get out!
Why are you going? Please
Get
don't.
out! Go! Go!
No, hold on.
You're not the authority here.
I am.
No, you're not.
I am.
Bounce off!
Leave it.
Go!
Please don't do this.
Don't ever come in again in my door again.
Come on, brother. Listen, I'm telling
Go.
you, no point.
No, we're trying to keep it calm.
Get out for me
Listen,
at my
I'm not
door.
doing anything, we're just
Okay,
talking.
please.
Just get out.
Please stop shouting.
Okay?
Please stop shouting, we can get this sorted.
You are
and then we can
breaking
go.
the law.
I'm not.
Yes, you
I'll
are.
show you why I'm not. Look.
Look, I don't give buzz off. Get out of
Why
here.
are you doing that?
Hey, leave it,
Stop that. No. Let me go and...
Oh, man.
I don't know why you want to do that. There's no need for that.
Come on, man.
Listen, I was inside. It's only when he hit that is the only reason I'm in here.
Unless you go out from here, it's going to be violent. I'll tell you, I'll guarantee that. So somebody's going to get hurt. Either me or you lot.
Why are you being like
No,
that?
that's it.
Say, look, please,
Unless
honestly,
you
I'm
go
trying
out
to
outside
sort this
my
out.
house.
We're not...
This simple debt recovery has turned into a dangerous situation for the agents.
You stop, I'm not solving.
Listen.
Now! Solve it!
Will Dell and Dale be able to keep tempers under control before the threats turn into real violence? High Court enforcement agents Delroy Anglin and his son Dale were in South East London to recover a debt of over £3,500 owed to a van rental company.
Looking for Mr. Mohammed Bilal Taraftar.
About what?
But the debtor, Bilal, claimed the writ had nothing to do with him.
They've got the van, so why am I supposed to pay for £3,000?
He refused them access to the house.
Let one of us in. No problem.
No.
And when his father got involved, the situation turned nasty.
Get out!
Why are you going?
Look, I don't give buzz off. Get out of
Why
here.
are you doing that?
Hey, leave it,
Stop that. No.
So somebody's going to get hurt. Either me or you lot.
Now the agents must try and calm Bilal's father down and make him understand they have every right to be in the house.
Like, go to the police.
Okay.
They have no right to come into my house.
You're gonna go.
No, they have no right to come into my house. Just because of your size.
There's
Nothing to do with my size.
You must
No,
just
you are
stand outside.
intimidating me.
We're going to wait for the police.
You are forcing me.
Dale tries to explain the situation to Bilal's younger brother, Abid.
Is it your brother?
Yeah,
He's been there and watched it. I haven't done anything to your dad.
No, you
Your dad's-
forced me to it.
Your dad's the one that's hit me.
No,
I haven't
you
done
forced
anything.
me. Lying bastard, you know.
Talking here, obviously, is just going to make everyone upset. We'll just wait for the police and we'll get dealt with.
This is an ongoing thing with this idiot, man. You know what I'm trying to say? That's why my dad's pissed off.
It seems that Dell and Dale are caught in the crossfire of an ongoing feud between Bilal and his father.
Why did you take him?
I'm not here to take it.
No, you had to take him. He's
Why?
the criminal.
Who's making him a criminal?
You are. You have a right to force him to my house.
We didn't force it to us.
Yes, you have forced
No,
him.
we didn't force
Yes,
it.
yes, you have.
You know what? I'm not going to argue with you.
Yes.
You called the police, let them come, and then we can deal with it.
Okay,
Yeah?
okay.
That's cool.
A lot of communities in this country are tight family communities where everyone lives in one home. Debt is a big thing, and obviously it can cause a massive issue. And unfortunately, obviously, we're the bearer of bad news, and I can understand why someone wouldn't want to bring their family into that.
With Bilal's father now downstairs, Del tries to break the stalemate.
The easiest way around this thing, pay the money, we leave. Well, then
Not you,
gonna have
speak
to,
to your brother.
I'm just...
But don't pay it then. You're saying, I'm not paying this. So really and truly, that attitude there is what's going to cause this, not me.
Bilal still claims that he safely returned the van after 1 day and that he's not responsible for the debt.
Something in this story doesn't make sense. So let me see if I can find out the other side of it.
Dale calls the rental company.
Good afternoon.
And here's a very different version of events.
Their side of the story is that you did hire the van for 24 hours, like you said. They had to come and pick it up, but not after 24 hours. And you didn't tell them where it was. They had to go and find it using their tracker. It took them 2 weeks to do so.
2 weeks?
2 weeks before they got their van back.
Dale now gives Bilal one last chance. Pay the debt, or the agents will be forced to seize possessions.
I want your brother to take responsibility and deal with this. Go speak to your brother, go in another room. I'll stand right here. You two guys obviously need to chat because he doesn't want to listen to us.
I'm letting you go through my stuff.
Yes,
my
I know.
Stuff.
I understand.
No one else.
You don't understand, man. It's their fucking right as a freaking enforcement officer, man.
Yeah, we'll wait right here.
Bro.
We won't walk round. We'll wait here.
It's their fucking right, man. You can say whatever you want. It's their right. Listen, there's no point thinking in it. Listen, you fucking prick, man. If you don't fucking pay the $3.5 grand, yeah, they're gonna take everything in the fucking house. Do you not fucking understand that? Idiot. It's more worse for anyone. You fucking swallow your pride and I'll swallow your fucking hope, man.
Tempers are rising again. And then, Bilal's uncle decides to get involved.
You want fighting?
No.
Huh?
No.
You want fighting? You
no,
tell me.
No, we don't want to fight. No.
You tell me.
No, no,
You are
no,
fighting?
no. No fighting. No, 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 no.
I'm ready.
No.
I'm ready.
We're not nothing like
Yes,
that.
then go out.
Nothing
Please
like
go
that,
out.
sir.
Go.
I can't
Go,
leave here,
go,
sir.
go, go. You
There
go
is-
outside.
Sir, there is no fighting.
What's going on?
I haven't moved from here. I haven't moved from here. I don't know why he's upset.
Nah, hoise fight করতো নি আমি ready.
Sasa, ita
I'm
kuli
ready.
please, Sasa, ita kuli.
চলে তো কি করতে?
Bilal's father reappears from downstairs.
We're not.
I know you're not doing nothing. I know you're not doing nothing. I know you're not doing
It's going to
nothing.
be violent.
Can you just stand there? Please, just
Yeah, I will
stand
stand
there.
here.
No, you please just stand there.
We're not going around the house. We're standing right here.
I'm going to go to prison. Then all of you will be happy.
Stop being stupid, man! Fucking stop him! Please, Papa! Just please stop him, man! Fucking no, bruv! What the fuck is wrong with you, man?
Why doesn't he get out of this bloody house?
Fucking no, bruv! Are you stupid, man? Fuck, I'm crying, bruv. Papa, please, man! Fucking no, bruv! Look what you're doing, man! They're fucking right! Don't understand, bruv! They're not gonna move! They're not gonna move unless they get the $3.5 grand or $4.5 grand of fucking worth of assets! Don't you understand?
Sometimes it can be very shocking because sometimes everything's very flat and then instantly it's like a light switched on and everything just erupts. And we've got to try and control that in the safest way we can.
The agents have now been in the house for 2 hours. Abid decides to make them an offer.
Well, can I give a deposit or something of $2 grand? Because I've only got about $2 grand on me. Can I give a deposit or something? Huh? Stop fucking being long, man.
How much?
Huh?
It has to be the full amount. Obviously, I know you're trying, I can see that. My brother's helped you with too.
Yeah, but even if it's a small thing, it's still
Hear me,
it's
hear
still
me.
things, innit? Come
Listen,
on. Look, at the end of the day, you're paying me back, not these fucking pricks. I know that.
Listen.
That's it. I'd rather have that. You fucking pay me back, not these fucking pricks. They're gonna take everything in the fucking sorry for you pricks.
no,
no,
I
go on.
understand.
You know what I'm saying? I'll chase you up for fucking 5 years if you have to pay me back $2 grand. I'm not gonna come to your fucking yard and take your shit now, man. That's fucking Dad's cars. I've enough his car.
Abid's offer of £2,000 isn't enough to clear the debt. But finally, Bilal starts to make some calls to try and raise the remaining £1,500.
Where are you? Where are you? The bailiff's in my house.
Finally, Nearly 3 hours after they were called, the police arrive at the house.
Yeah, so we're trying to sort things out.
Bilal's father makes immediate allegations about the agents.
This gentleman, he used his size to force me into it.
You know, we wasn't here present, and obviously got lots of their paper time with their warrants, they have a power of entry.
It's a high court writ.
I don't like it that somebody's coming to my house.
I mean, the best thing I would say is try and be on these guys' side, try and facilitate as much as possible to use law enforcement. I'm sorry, there's not much more to do, okay? Take care.
With the agent's authority established, Bilal's father makes a surprise offer of £1,500 to resolve the debt.
Do you think it?
No, it's cleared funds. It'd have to be a card.
Cleared funds.
One more for 2,000, one was for 1,500.
Together with Abid's £2,000 payment, the debt is finally settled.
Thank you.
Oh, no, receipt.
But before they leave, Bilal's father has one last word.
All
the best. Apologies.
You got the phone number? Have you got his phone number?
Little boy.
Brother, all the
Be
best,
safe,
yeah?
yeah? You need anything, just give us a call if you've got any queries, yeah? All right, bro.
5 hours after they first arrived,
Wow.
the case is finally over. In London, average rents are 100% higher than the rest of the UK. Londoners renting in the private sector spend on average 60% of their income on rent, and evictions are on the rise. Clapton, East London. High Court enforcement agents Paul Bohill and Steve Pinner are on their way to carry out an eviction.
Today we have a writ of possession.
The tenant, Mr. Proctor, has lived in the flat for 6 years, but his tenancy expired 5 months ago.
Turned down here, I think.
64.
Mr. Proctor isn't in rent arrears, but his landlord decided not to renew his lease.
Look at that.
Is that a parking space?
Yeah, I'm just going to park here.
Okay.
A locksmith is already at the property.
Did he bring keys?
Only for this door.
Oh, that's all right.
Mr. Proctor has already been given notice of the eviction by the county court, but the landlord has escalated the case to the High Court. Today, the agents are here without warning.
Hello? Mr. Proctor? Could you open the door, please? What is it? High Court enforcement. If you open the door, we can explain everything to you. Thank you very much. This is for you. This is from the High Court.
Yeah, I haven't had this from the court saying...
OK, what's happened is it's gone all through the county court, and the county court have issued you a date to leave.
Right.
You was probably instructed, possibly by the council or somebody, to wait until you got third letter.
Oh, no, just to the date to leave, but I haven't had the date to leave.
Well, it couldn't have gone to the High Court until you had been instructed to leave.
Let me show you the last letter I've got.
No problem.
Can I just put my shirt on?
Yeah, just please get dressed.
So all I've had...
OK.
Transfer to the High Court for enforcement, but nothing else.
OK. There would be a letter prior to this saying that you had to leave the property by a certain date. Unfortunately, that you do have to leave today.
Oh my God, I didn't know, Isaac.
No, that's
No
all right.
idea.
Just relax, OK? Don't panic. Let's just explain everything to you, OK? The landlord has taken it to the High Court, and with the High Court, there is no notification at all, because you were already supposed to be gone.
But that's not what the judge told me to do.
If
county court told me to do, or the lawyer told me to do, that's not, or even my housing officer told me to do.
OK, first things first, talk to somebody, explain them that we are here now, and we're going to give you an hour to get your personal, personal effects together, which you need for a day or two, and then you can make an arrangement to come back and collect everything that's yours.
come in. It's just it's very small.
It's a bit squeezed for me. I'm a bit fat for this.
No. Sorry, I'm a bit upset as well.
No, I will try and squeeze it. I'm in.
Mr. Proctor is living in one tiny room. So small, Paul has to wait downstairs.
This is supposed to be a one-bedroom flat and they want £1,200 a month for it. Just I thought I'd let you know that. The landlords want the maximum amount of money that they can possibly get.
Mr. Proctor claims that the landlord wants to move new tenants in and triple the rent.
It's not exactly a... well, one-bedroom flat, is it?
Exactly, but that's what they've told everybody it is.
Mr. Proctor knew his landlord wanted to evict him. A housing association has offered to help him through the process.
Yeah, you can help me. I'm in a complete emergency.
He tries to reach his support worker on the phone.
The bailiffs have just turned up today and I've got a writ of possession, so I have to leave today. I need you to be with me now, ASAP. This is really, really important. I'm standing here with the bailiff standing right in front of me. It's calm.
Mr. Proctor's phone has run out of credit.
I'm going to have to top the phone up, I'm sorry.
No, that's...
What else can I do?
No, that's okay.
While Steve waits, a professional actor's studio portrait catches his eye.
I'm an actor.
Are you famous in your acting?
See with the DVD, if you go down, see a big fat one which is kind of grey. Down, 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 down. Stop, pull that out, you see me on the front cover.
Oh, right.
It didn't look like I looked when I just got out of bed by the bailiffs at 9 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, I've done loads of stuff since, but not to Shakespeare though. This is a bit of frigging tragedy today, isn't it, really?
It is sad when you see people who've like worked hard all their life and then gradually they're actually falling on hard times, and the consequence is that the farther they fall, the more chance there is they lose the roof over their heads.
Now with credit on his phone, Mr. Proctor tries to get hold of his support worker again.
I'm in a complete emergency. I have a support worker. Her phone is switched off at the moment. I don't know what to do. This is the last thing I was expecting. The last thing. This has all happened within the last half an hour. In the next few minutes, yeah? Because otherwise... Okay, all right. Cheers. Bye. Bye. No, she's off. That's a manager of another place, you know. I'm in such a kind of mess now. You know...
Get yourself together. Get a bag together of what you need. Obviously, medication, identification, because you're going to need an ID for the council.
This is just like... Christ, this is like a kick in the balls at the moment. This is the last thing I needed.
While he packs, it becomes clear to Steve that Mr. Proctor has been living in difficult conditions.
There's no oven, so that's why I've got my slow cooker. Into a little shower there. Not I've had hot water for months. Luxury, innit?
Hopefully, from this day on, it's going to get better.
Well,
because you won't have this, will you? I just need to get the locksmith to come up, change the locks. You all right for a few minutes?
Yeah. I can't think. My brain's fuzzed. I can't think what else to pack.
With the locks changed, the eviction is complete. David must now leave the room he's called home for the last 6 years.
Sorry, what's your first name?
David.
David, Paul.
It will be up to the council to provide emergency accommodation. But as a single man, he won't be a priority for rehousing.
Living conditions weren't brilliant by any means. I mean, it was a tiny little place. Barely swing a cat in there. You know, it's just nowhere near enough room for someone to live. I don't think so.
Paul and Steve have faced a distressing eviction. But in Brian and Dell's next case...
I'm not going to waste my time. I'm going to call a removal vehicle and I'm going to empty your hotel. What would you like to do?
A debtor in denial leaves a hotel in chaos.
I'm going to call a truck.
Last year, Over 100,000 county court judgments were issued against businesses in England and Wales. With an average value of nearly £3,500, creditors are increasingly turning to the High Court to get their money back. High Court enforcement agents Brian O'Shaughnessy and Delroy Anglin are in Greenwich, South East London, to collect money owed by a hotel to a catering supplies company.
What have we got now, Del?
We're going to KBS Bars Limited, trading as King William Hotel. The amount we're looking to collect is £6,507.79p.
Okay. This has been refurbed, mate. It's all freshly painted.
If the owners of the hotel can't or won't pay today, the agents have the right to seize goods to offset the value of the debt.
Hi, mate. Yeah, I'm trying to find King William's Hotel. We're here. Oh, is that the hotel there?
Yeah, this is the hotel.
Hi, I'm a High Court enforcement agent. My name's Mr. Anglin. I have a High Court writ here.
Manager, so you have to come either when there's a manager here.
No, I'm here now, and I'm going to deal with the situation.
This is not here.
Well, will you get the manager then, please?
She's not here. She needs to go out and call her for you, but...
Well...
The receptionist, Valerie, appears to be the only member of staff in the hotel.
I've got a High Court writ for monies owed, OK? And I need to collect £6,500. Well, I know you don't personally, but it's not against you.
They don't keep money on the premises, so...
Well, they don't have to. They can sort of transfer it from one bank to another, can't they?
I don't think that's going to happen.
Well, no, I think it might, because if it doesn't, then we will have to go in each and every room and remove goods to cover that.
How many rooms are here?
20.
OK.
The manager?
Yeah.
He's not in, and then the owners are Sam and Kima, who actually own the hotel.
Can you call them?
I don't have the number.
Valerie rings a colleague, Maria, for help.
There's law enforcement here, so what do I do? Because I can't get through to Sam and Kim because I don't know the number.
Do you want me to speak to her?
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
happy to. Hello? Yeah, good afternoon. Hi, you're right.
What the enforcement is for?
We have a High Court writ.
Right, OK.
Maria gives Valerie a number for Sam, one of the owners.
Tuition here at the King William Hotel, and they'd like to speak to... Yeah, should I pass you over to the gentleman? Yeah.
Your turn, Brian. That'll be effect. I'm listening.
Hello, who's this, please? Sam, how you doing? My name's Brian O'Shaughnessy. Who are you in connection to this business? You own it? OK, no problem. What we need, sir, is full payment now. To satisfy the High Court writ, we have to either collect full monies or enforce it, which will be removal of goods, obviously. We don't want to do that. Because I'm not going to waste my time. Because if you can't, I'm going to call a removal vehicle and I'm going to empty your hotel. What would you like to do? Thank you very much. You can't pay. I'm going to call a truck. Can you talk to him? He's on the phone. I'm not wasting any time.
With owner Sam saying he can't pay, Brian calls for recovery vehicles. He hopes that the threat of seizing goods will kickstart the hotel owners into paying the £6,500 debt.
Will you also mention to him we will be going into the guests' rooms to remove goods belonging to the hotel if he's not going to pay?
The agents have the right to take goods from all areas of the hotel, including the bedrooms, if they're unoccupied.
Hello, so how are you?
Very well, how are you?
I would suggest you hold back on that until we've resolved the issue.
So, would you mind taking a seat? Sorry.
Dell advises that the guests remain in the lobby until the case is resolved.
Obviously, I didn't expect this to happen. I don't think they expected it to happen, to be fair, looking at the look on their face.
Well, I feel sorry for the customers because it's not their business, it's not their fight. They just want a room for the night. I haven't worked all day, you know, and they've turned up, haven't paid their good money, and may not get a room.
2 hours after the agents first arrived, no one has turned up to help Valerie deal with the situation. But then she gets a call.
Right, they said somebody will be here within 50 minutes.
To...
I'm going to pay some money.
They need to pay it in full as well.
Progress.
Outside the hotel, the removal vehicles have now arrived. The agents need to be ready to seize goods, just in case the owner fails to pay the full £6,500. One of the items is a classic old red telephone box.
What is it that you wanted to take? Telephone box. It's going to be a pain in the arse, isn't it? Yeah, of course you can. But it weighs a bloody ton. They're going to have a look at it and see what it weighs. About 8 or 9 people to get that in when they were moving it from next door into here. I've got another vehicle coming to remove any other assets, sofas and stuff like that.
15 minutes have now passed since the owners last called, and they still haven't arrived to make a payment.
You want to take the sofas or move the sofas? I'll do what you want, yeah?
If the owners don't show up soon, they might not have a hotel to come back to. Valerie talks to Sam again.
You're coming to pay money? Okay, then I'll tell them and then they'll hold up the money.
It's coming with cash, is it?
It's coming with cash from the
Okay.
With the promise of payment in full, Dell goes outside to put the removal on hold.
Right, he reckons it's coming with cash. Let's hold it now.
Finally, the owners show up. The agents have been at the hotel for nearly 4 hours. Now, because of extra fees, their original £6,500 debt has been increased by another £1,600.
How are you? What's my name? Bad. Thanks for coming. Come in. It is 8116.99. Okay, Mr. Kumar, I've been here for 4 hours. You've got customers sitting in your reception, and we need to get it resolved and paid. I would love to get paid and leave and let your business continue. Okay? Thank you very much. 2, yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6.
With the debt now being paid in full, Dell tells Valerie that the case has been resolved.
You can deal with the guests now if you like.
Thank you, Valerie. That's fine. Thanks for paying it. Lovely day's paid, cash. Let's go. Yeah, all done.
The collection vehicles are sent away, and Brian and Dell have got the result they needed for the claimant.
7 or 8 grand. All £1,000 bags, yeah, 50s. But that's somebody's money. You know, that could keep a business afloat, you know? Has a knock-on effect. But these people still want to sit there and think we're out of order of what we're doing. Poor Valerie, she had to deal with us, the punters, and the bosses. I mean, that woman deserves a medal.
The total value of the buy-to-let property market in the UK is set to exceed £1 trillion in 2016. But landlords across the UK are losing £9.9 billion in rent arrears and property damage each year. High Court enforcement agents Paul Bohill and Steve Pinner are on the road again. This time they're in North London to carry out another repossession.
Today we're in Tottenham. We have a repossession in Strode Road.
The tenants, Anna Blashak and her family, have lived in the property for over 3 years. The landlord claims they owe him thousands of pounds in unpaid rent.
It's quite tidy, isn't it? It's like a nice little enclave.
20 here, 23.
But the agents aren't here to collect the rent arrears. Their job is to get the tenants out today. The landlord, Mario, is waiting for them at the property.
Good morning.
Hello.
Oh, this isn't good by the looks of it.
It's not good.
Oh, right.
How you doing? The tenant is not happy. She doesn't want to leave.
Oh, that's unfortunate. OK, give us 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Mario has just warned his tenants they're about to be evicted.
Is that then?
Yeah. Are you mad?
No, we're not mad. You don't own the property. You've just repossessed it.
Where are we meant to go? Where are we meant to go? I have a child that's 4 months old.
OK, relax, please.
Polish-born tenants Claudia and her mother Anna are clearly in shock. Claudia calls her boyfriend for help.
Are you coming? They hurry up because they came, bruv. What am I meant to do? Bruv, what am I meant to fucking do? Hurry up then. Dobra, okay.
As Claudia has a young baby, Steve needs them to understand what they must do next.
Can I explain how the system works?
No, I'm calling the police. I don't want
Okay, I'll explain to you anyway.
explain, but
You have an hour to get your personal effects together. You can then make an arrangement and come back and collect everything else.
Well,
Okay, what would you
police
like?
are asking who you're like.
We're High Court enforcement
High Court enforcement.
and we have a writ from the High Court.
Yeah, but we didn't get nothing from the court that we did.
You won't get anything from the High Court. You will only get paperwork
Do you
from the
have
council.
warrants?
Pardon?
Warrants?
Yes. This one is for you, which enables you to take this to the council, and the council will then help you, hopefully, with housing.
Yeah, but we have nowhere to go.
I was trying to explain it to you.
Yeah, but you don't get it. We have nowhere to go. We didn't even get a letter from the court.
Some people, once we've knocked on the door and we go in and we explain to them the situation, then they say, oh, we're going to phone the police, asking them if we can be here. Well, all of that's all okay, but you need to get your stuff together because, you know, you're wasting valuable time.
Claudia is trying to get the police to come and stop the eviction.
Yeah, but the thing is, we have nowhere to go. We didn't even get a letter from that. We need to move out. Yeah, but the thing is, I have a lot of things. I'm not going to fuck in an hour.
You didn't listen to me. I said
Whatever, man.
you have an hour to take your personal effects and then you can make an arrangement to come back and collect everything that belongs to you.
Yeah, but what am I meant to do is that? How am I meant to do that? With I need a whole day to bank that things.
The police tell Claudia the agents have a legal right to evict her today.
Nie przyjadą, bo powiedzieli, że mają to z sądu i mamy iść do kancilu. A ja jestem niewyszykowana.
dopóki kurczę ten.
The tenants claim they know nothing about the eviction, so Paul and Steve head out to talk to landlord Mario and his wife.
It's horrible, but it's not personal to them. It's just that I can't afford to keep paying the mortgage without covering the bills.
But then Claudia suddenly appears at the door, wanting to talk to the agents.
If we're moving out today, then let him give us basically 1 month the basic deposit to give it back.
Claudia claims it's not them who owe the money to the landlord, but the other way round.
Mom said that if we paid him on Saturday £200 for the house.
Sorry, I don't...
Come then.
I don't understand what you're trying to say. What happens is now...
Listen here, we paid him money on this fucking Saturday, and then I want it back. Simple as.
With the eviction going nowhere, Paul and Steve must try and get the tenants out before the dispute turns ugly. High Court enforcement agents Paul Bowhill and Steve Pinner were in Tottenham, North London, to carry out an eviction.
Oh, this isn't good by the looks of it.
The tenant, Claudia, said she knew nothing about the eviction.
Where are we meant to go? Where are we meant to go? I have a child that's 4 months old.
Okay, relax, please.
The landlord claimed his tenants owed thousands of pounds in unpaid rent.
I can't afford to pay the mortgage.
But Claudia had a very different version of events.
Listen here, we paid him money on this fucking Saturday, and then I want it back. Simple as.
Now Paul wants to get to the truth of the matter.
They've known about the eviction since May of last year.
Yeah. Have you got the Samaritan's number? Because I can see this is stressing you.
I don't.
He does, he gets really...
I get very
No,
stressed.
but you, listen, this story is what we hear 3 or 4 times a day. And this is slightly worse because they're loud.
Mario claims that he's been trying to get the tenants out for 9 months.
So what is the rent arrears then?
I don't know, it's in the several thousand.
Minutes later, Claudia spots her landlord waiting outside and decides to confront him.
Because you're kicking us out, we need the money. We paid you 2 days ago.
But you owe him thousands. You haven't paid the rent for months.
We haven't paid it. We pay every week.
Oh.
Exactly. So why is he lying for now?
Claudia claims that she and her mother are up to date with their rent. But despite the ongoing dispute, the High Court writ means the family must leave today.
We're going to call the police now.
Mamo, on powiedział, że dzwoni na policję. I have message, send landlord, I have money.
Well, I don't get it. She pays him every week.
Saturday.
Can I stop you? This eviction...
Money, Mario.
Yeah, you sent me money on Saturday.
Yeah. Why you not tell me I not pay?
Anna, how much money have I paid because you won't leave the property? Yeah? You don't understand.
And every week, 200 pounds.
It's not every week, Anna.
Every week.
It wasn't every week,
Yeah,
Anna.
every
No,
week.
It's not, Anna.
With tempers rising, Paul advises Mario to leave the property until the tenants have gone.
I've sent the landlord away. He's getting stressed anyway. He wants to be somewhere else. We've got the key. So we'll just do the normal. We'll lock them up, meet him later on and give him the keys.
The agents have now been at the house for over an hour, but the tenants still seem reluctant to leave.
This eviction process has actually been going on for 9 months.
9 months?
It started off as rent arrears, turned into an end of tenancy because the rent arrears scenario was just never going to go anywhere.
Get yourself ready, get the baby sorted, and then you can take that letter and yourself and the baby down to the council.
I don't get why you coming here, yeah? And basically, I didn't even get a letter. Mom just got a letter. Let me show you what letter she got.
After claiming she knew nothing about the eviction, Claudia fetches a letter from the county court.
She got it, yeah? And does it say anywhere that we need to move out at 11 o'clock?
OK, the judge here has said that it can be transferred to the High Court. Now, with the High Court, you don't get any notification. I know it doesn't work for you, and I get that. We don't make the rules, OK? The reality with some of the people that we go to is that they tell us they're not going to leave. The real story is that they are going to leave. The piece of paper says they will leave.
The family finally seem to understand that they must go, but they still don't seem to be in any hurry.
It's now 12:20. We've been here since 11 o'clock.
No, everything take.
You're not taking everything.
Anna has called her ex-partner to help move their belongings.
How long before the car is coming?
30 minutes.
No, that's not good enough. So you need to start putting stuff outside the house.
I'm not finished.
Nearly 2 hours after the agents first arrived at the house, Claudia's boyfriend and Anna's ex-partner have finally arrived to help.
You understand the situation here? OK, fine.
If you get any problems, if you photograph the sticker on the door, that's our company. So if you get any problems with getting stuff and things, yeah, just take a photograph of it. All right.
As Claudia has a baby, she'll be entitled to emergency accommodation.
OK.
The eviction is now complete.
But at the end of the day, they understood the situation.
They owe £10,000 worth in rent, or between £7,000 and £10,000 worth in rent. They've been giving him dribs and drabs, 200 here, 200 there. You know, it's just not, it doesn't cut the mustard, does it?
Just dragging their heels for time and everything, you know, because they want to.
Next time, Del and Dale find themselves in a volatile situation.
It's not your stuff. We are taking it. Move from there. All of this is unnecessary.
Brian and Del meet a couple whose lives have been turned upside down,
It shouldn't cost £4 to bury a fucking human being.
while Stuart and Vic meet a businessman at the end of her tether.
You're not moving anything. I've got in my arse.
We won't be leaving here until the money's collected.
And if you thought that was tense, stand by for the double bill, including the season finale of Suspects, The Enemy Within, next here on Channel 5. Whilst over on 5 Star Next, if you've got the questions, and you definitely do, brand new Sex Pod has got the answers.